Hello, my dear friends. This is Rabbi Aharon Dobinsky calling you today from the holy city of Jerusalem in the beautiful state of Israel. We just finished Pesach. Wow. Wow, it was so powerful. Unbelievable. Recently we talked about how you could have everything. Just ask. Because if you don't ask, then you're saying one of two things. One, you don't want it badly enough, or two, you believe that the one you request from is incapable of giving you what it is you want. And you know neither of these is true. So therefore, we know we need to ask. But I'm going to give you a little shocker today. Did you know you already have everything? You already have everything. I want you to think about this for just a minute. There's a lot of illnesses going around, particularly over the last year. We've heard volumes of information from experts about what will work and what won't work, and how will this work and how will this work. I'm going to tell you something. Doctors and theologians agree on one thing, and it's really unusual to have this happen. So it's so infrequent. They agree on the fact that you and I, and every human being that walks across the face of this earth, has everything they need in the body, the container. What holds their soul also holds the cures for a multitude, if not everything on the face of planet Earth. There are sometimes supplements needed from nature. Usually they come from plants or something natural. But everything is there and it all works. The one thing, though, that we are in control of, that will help in everything that we can get, and as far as healing, etc., this right here. It's your attitude. It's my attitude. It's our attitude. Because our attitude can mean everything. I'm going to give you an example, and you may agree, you may not agree, but I'm going to tell you what I think from what I've seen. Okay? We've heard about this COVID-19 and all the people who have died from it. Now, you and I think can all agree that a lot of these people supposedly who died from that actually died from other things, comorbidities, things that they were sick with. They were overweight, they were diabetic, they had asthma problems, they had other things that were affecting them. And between the two, it took them out. Now, with an exemption, an example, actually there's two examples I can give you right now. One, a tzaddik here in Israel, Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky, 92 years old, and he got COVID. And he walked through it like it was just nothing. At 92. Let's go to a little bit something closer to home that you can all identify with. President Donald Trump got it. Okay? He got it. He's 72. He was overweight, not in the greatest of health, but not in bad health. And he walked through it in about 3 days. Did he cut his work schedule? No. There's pictures of him working hard even while he had this disease. And yet he walked right through it. So I'm going to give you a possibility that you might want to check out in your own mind. Think about this for a second. These people are exactly the kind of people they said would not make it because of comorbidities, of other things that would affect it and therefore would take them out. Yet other people, younger, not in any worse shape, died in the hospital. I'm going to give you a theory on this. And again, please feel free to talk back. Give me your thoughts on this if you disagree with me. I'd love to know why. But let me explain to you something. I look at this and I think to myself, how you make it through something is up here. It's up here. It's in your body. But how your body handles it with regard to the things in your body that you can access to help you, things that are around you that can help you, the vitamins that are readily available to you in most civilized countries now, the things that are available to you, and that has a tremendous effect on whether you will heal or not. So you need to understand that this is part of it. It's up here. It's in your mind. If you go into the hospital, so many people went into the hospital with the thoughts in their mind, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I'm going into the hospital. And let me tell you something. If that's what you think as you go in there, your chances aren't so good because you've already died before you've even died. And other people say, psh, it's nothing. I'm going to walk right through this. And they do. They walk right through. What's the difference? Well, here's somebody I don't usually quote a lot because I'm not crazy about the individual, but he was a tremendous industrialist in America. His name was Henry Ford. You might have heard of him. He invented cars, the one things we drive today. And Henry Ford once said, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. And I think that applies here. It's not from a rabbi, not from a sage, not from a tzaddik. It's from a common person. And I would say, yes, he's one of the more common people that you could look at. A common person who could see the fact that your brain is what connects to Hashem. Remember, we are made B'Tselem Elokim, in the image of God. Once again, since we don't know what that image is on a physical basis, we have to assume it has to be something else. And that something else is midot, traits, character traits, the thoughts we have. He laughs, we laugh. He gets angry, we get angry. He doesn't get sick, but everything else that you could think of, yeah, there are things that he has that are character traits, and they pass down to us. So when we are given a difficult, challenging situation, we talked about this just recently, don't call it a problem. It's not a problem. It was not given to you as a problem. Do you give your children problems? No, you don't. You love your children. You give them what you know they need. My goal in raising my children was to teach them self-reliance from the time they were very young. And thank God that worked out. I wish they were closer to Hashem in the way I would like them to be, but nonetheless, they are close in their own ways, and they are indeed self-reliant. That was my goal with them. At the time, I was not a rabbi. At the time, I had a different view of religion and everything else. I thought I was very religious. Who knew? I was wrong. It's only in the last 20 years that I've been changed the way I've done. And let me tell you something. It wasn't easy. I'll say it again. It wasn't easy. It was simple. I knew what I had to do. That's simple. Simple. It's simple up here. I know what I have to do. It's very simple. I have to do dap, 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 dap. Okay? That's simple. Is it easy? No, not even close to easy. Matter of fact, it's really very difficult. Take upon yourself from a person who's never looked at a Gemara in his life, that would have been me 20 years ago, take on yourself to do daf yomi, which means you do a page of Gemara every day, and you don't do it in 5 minutes. When I say a page, it's deceptive, and it sounds so simple. That page is in the page in Hebrew, and if you don't speak Hebrew, which my Hebrew is a little bit spotty, I learn it in English. So I learn in English, and it's the explanations and the footnotes, which are sometimes 2 and 3 times the size of each page. Sometimes a page in Hebrew can go on for 6 pages in English. And that's translations, and it's also all of the explanations and footnotes that you need to know so that it makes sense. That's not easy. Chofetz Chaim, not doing Lashon Hara is not easy. It's a constant battle with yourself to not say the things that are going to get you in trouble because you don't want to do that. If for no other reason, be selfish. Be selfish, because when you say something bad about somebody, guess what happens? They get all of your mitzvot for the day. Wow, you did all that work. You were so careful. You did so much learning. You did everything, and you don't get credit for this much of it. They get it all. So if nothing else, be selfish. So you want to have the things that are going to be good for you. You want to help yourself grow. You want to help yourself to become a better human being. That's what you are here for. That's what we are all here for, to be the best we can, to take what we started with and improve it. It's part of Hashem's plan. When he created Adam, he planted seeds. He did not give him trees and grass and everything else. He wanted Adam to pray for rain so that they would grow. He wanted Adam to name the animals. He wanted Adam to be a participant. He hasn't changed. He still wants us to participate. He wants us to participate in the creation. These are things that we have to do. When he gives us something difficult, it's because he's preparing us for something that's going to be difficult. And without this preparation, we will most likely fail. So he wants us to be prepared so we don't fail. This is what Hashem gives us. He gives us everything. He gives us everything within our body, within reach around us, within our mind. But we have to access it. We have to use it. We have to grow with it. So my friends, now that Pesach is over, it's a starting of a new season. The first of Nisan is the first of the year, the first month of the year. So let's get off to a good start this year. And remember all that God gives us, all that he gives us so that we can be the superb individuals that he knows we can be. Everybody, have a great week ahead. God bless. All the best.